And last speaker for the day, last but certainly not least, Michelle Watson. And I've spent a little bit of time with Michelle in the last few months, and it's been a joy. I've been watching her story unfold. And Michelle, how are you feeling, first of all?
I'm feeling good. I'm good. I'm good. Always a pleasure to be here.
Good to see you. Where are you joining us from?
I'm in the well. I'm happy I can say the sunny sides of Essex because the sun is shining. That doesn't happen very often, so it's the sunny side of Essex right now.
So, for those who are international audience, that is just on the outskirts of London in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Michelle, I'm thrilled to introduce you to our audience. So, Michelle Watson is a multi award winning international speaker, business and performance mentor with a mission to empower women worldwide. She specializes in guiding women from conception to realization of their business ideas through her pioneering business incubation process. There's so much more that meets the eye with Michelle, and I keep getting uncovering her stories. So I'm excited for you to be here, Michelle, and also for our audience to hear you speak. So over to you.
Great. Thank you very much, Raimonda. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to the awesome women that have shared earlier and just shared so openly their struggles, their triumphs. And it's beautiful to see that we're on this journey to empower and encourage others. And I'm not even going to go again into who I am and what I do. Raimonda has said it all. So that I can stick to time, I'm going to just go straight to it. And as I was thinking about what it is that I would like to share with you guys tonight, some of you at the last showcase, you kind of heard a snippet of my story, my experience of going through domestic abuse, suicidal tendencies, being able to come from that. And it didn't just mean that everything was rosy thereon, we go from one challenge or one adversity to another. And I remember after starting my business and being on this journey, there came a point in time, as you know, COVID hit. I lost quite a lot of family members. Also got diagnosed with an illness at that time, and I literally just felt like my whole world was crumbling. And I felt like after 2 years, I'm having to start my business again. And I just felt so overwhelmed. I felt so discouraged, and to be honest, I felt like giving up. And I was like, "This is it. I've had enough." And maybe some of you can resonate. Maybe some of you have been there. It might not be with your business, but it could have been with something else. I just got to the point where I was like, God, I'm tired of fighting. I am done fighting. I've had enough of fighting. I cannot fight anymore. There's no more fight left in me. And there's sometimes when we are not sure what happened there, but there's sometimes when we are struggling, wondering what is happening or why am I going through this? And so I had this vision, and I want to just share this with you because I use it as a powerful analogy. And for many of us as speakers, we know that analogies are powerful tools to use when sharing our presentation. I saw myself going through a tunnel. And as I walked through the tunnel, I was falling. I had one torch in my hand, one lantern, and I was falling in potholes, getting up. I got to another section, there was another lantern, and I thought, great, I need to take this lantern up because the more lanterns I have, then the better I'll be able to see. I didn't want to be having any rough rides or any sudden heavy falls. And so as I'm going through the tunnel, I'm getting more lanterns and I'm collecting all of them. And I'm happy now because I can see. I didn't have to fall in any more potholes. I didn't need to take any more risks whilst I was stepping, just in case I stepped into another pothole or a ditch. It was bliss. Every section I went, there was another lantern, and I would take that lantern up until I exited this tunnel. I got to the end of the tunnel and I exited. And as I exited, there was a big, it's almost like a cinema screen just on the left hand side. And I was feeling so happy because I felt like this was a race or a test, and I've definitely passed, right? Until I started to hear screams and shouts coming from inside the tunnel. I'm like, what's going on there? And as I looked at the screen, I could see other people coming through the tunnel, and they were falling. They were dropping into the potholes. They were hitting into walls. Some of them were getting so badly hurt that they couldn't find the power to stand back up. And then I realized I had exited the tunnel and taken all the lanterns with me, all the source of light that they could have. And so it flipped and the script started again. And this time I was going through the tunnels, again, the very dark tunnels. And as I was going through, I still had that one lantern in my hand, but I did something slightly differently this time around. And what I did differently was when I reached to each section, the moment that I saw a pothole, I would put a signpost there. The moment that I saw anything that was of danger that could alert somebody else that was coming behind me, I would put some there, or I would put a marking there, or put a word of encouragement, and I would be saying, keep going, don't stop. Okay, you have fallen, but you have the ability to get back up. And the other thing that I would do is I would leave that lantern in that section remaining. So I was walking through the tunnel with just one lantern, and it wasn't easy because this one lantern, it wasn't as bright as when I went the first time and I took all the lanterns with me. It was very hard for me to see where I was going. I was struggling, but I was still moving because eventually my eyes adjusted to the darkness. And I was able to see the potholes and I was able to see various things, and it was difficult. But the thing is, I was moving. And then I finally exited the tunnel. There was a different feeling from the time that I went through before. And as I looked out the screen, I saw other people coming through. And they were able to read the messages that I wrote on the wall. Keep going. Don't give up. They were able to see the markings that I had made where there was holes or anything that was dangerous that could hurt them. They were able to also see some form of light from the lanterns that were left. And as I exited the tunnel and I was able to see other people coming out, they were able now to get through to the end, just like I was. I got the full meaning of what that meant. The tunnel was the journey of life. You see, we go through a journey of life, each and every one of us. And there is something unique and something special about us that we have the opportunity to leave on this earth behind. You know, those people that experience the similar challenges that we experience, those people that face the hardships that we have faced. There's some that's coming behind us that will benefit from that quote that you will leave on the wall. They'll benefit from that light that you've left in a book behind. They'll benefit from the marks that you have made with your maybe your business, your services that you've done, with the gifts that you've passed on to others, with the knowledge and the lessons that you've shared, because everything that we do in life is a ripple effect. And so the person that you help today with your service, the person that you help today with your products, the person that you help today with your business, that's a ripple effect. Because that person may go on and help another 10 individuals. Those 10 individuals may go on and help another 100. That 100 goes on and help another 1,000. And that's how you leave your lantern as you walk through the journey of life. And so my question to you is, how do you want to leave this earth? How do you want your experience on earth to be remembered? Do you want to just have an easy ride and walk through with all the lanterns and exit this world, taking every lesson, every challenge, every information, every experience that you've learned whilst on this earth, you take them with you? There's no one that we can advise in the graveyard, right? There's no one that we can leave a legacy for in the graveyard. So why would we take them with us? Or are you going to be one that will leave your lantern behind? Are you going to be one that when you exit that tunnel, you know that there will be people that will be able to exit behind you? Why? Because you have showed them the mistakes that you've made. And as you know, I can't remember if it was Christine that said about, it's not mistakes, it's true, it's lessons that we've learned, right? Are you willing to leave those lessons behind so that somebody else that's coming behind can learn from them as well? Are you willing to leave those quotes? Are you going to be the one that leaves that book? Are you going to be the one that leaves that message behind so that those that are coming behind you will not only know that you're here, but they will benefit from your time that you spent here on earth. And that is what I want to leave with you tonight. Remember, you have a mark, you have something special, you have something beautiful, something unique about you that somebody else that is coming along the way needs. They might not be, some of them, they may not even be born yet. And that's the beauty of it. We experience people like Napoleon Hill, and we learn so much from people like that that we've never ever met. But we were able to benefit from something that he experienced because he left it in a book. And so that's my encouragement to you tonight. What is the mark that you're going to leave? What is the lantern that you're going to leave? What is the difference that you're going to make so that somebody else coming tomorrow will know that you were here? Thank you, guys.
Oof. Wow, Michelle, what a way to close today's event with these beautiful, beautiful words of encouragement, inspiration, and what a story as well to support our audience today. Michelle, have you shared a story before?
Not in depth. I've spoken about it. I actually have shared it in my book that is going to be published next month. I've actually shared it in my book. It's a real vision that I received during a time when I really wanted to give up. I didn't want to continue anymore. And seeing that made me realize that the journey was not about me anymore. The journey was about the people that are coming behind, the people that need our help, the people that need the encouragement. The journey was no longer about me, because the first vision was really about me feeling sorry for myself and wanting the journey to be easy, right? As they call it, the soft life now. I wanted the journey to be easy. But what I was able to see from the vision that, a message is left from the mess. And a testimony is left from the test. So if you want to leave a testimony behind, girl, you've got to go through the test. If you want to leave a message behind, you've got to go through the mess, because it's not about you anymore. And I think it came at a very, very valuable time. It came at a time when I needed it. So yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love seeing where your mindset is at now. And, I feel like every time I meet you, it's like I'm sure you're a very, very different person than where you were when you started this journey. And, having heard some of the things that you encountered in your life's journey, to be where you are today is quite incredible. And honestly, I can't wait for your book to come out. Do you have a name for it?
Yes, it's right behind me. It's The Iconic Woman.
Amazing. Oh, I can't wait to support your book launch when it comes. How do people connect with you, Michelle?
Okay, great. So they can connect with me on LinkedIn or Instagram at I am Michelle Watson, and my website is michellewatson.biz, and I'm on Facebook. I am at Michelle Watson again.
I love it. Thank you so much, Michelle. This was what a wonderful way to close today.